All-Star Shaquille O'Neal, and a guy who has watched the All-Star game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, we'll be watching the West All-Stars playing against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star game officially upon us, typically a high-scoring, fast-breaking affair. Shaq, any reason to think it's going to be anything different this time around?
Well,
welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement, from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Hayward. Marc Gasol is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Harden in at the 2. Here's LeBron. Hayward with some nice D.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held. And you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest. I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star Game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
On defense, the East All-Stars. Curry kicks to Harden. Here's Hayward. Tries again. Lopez with the block, and he's able to get it back.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The rebound by Gasol.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Harden. Here's Hayward, and it's good. Fought through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show.
And guys, Dirk Nowitzki once again in the All-Star game this season, his 14th appearance, and he is always a pleasure to watch, whether it's a competitive or exhibition game.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
James has gone 2 of 4 from the field. Curry dishes to Hayward, and he gets the bucket. Hayward's got 5 points so far. And you might remember in last year's All-Star game, Dirk had some outstanding moments.
Yeah, how about the big one was, for me, catching the alley-oop from Steph Curry at this stage. I mean, Dirk himself even had to laugh at his ability to get up there. I think he might have surprised himself with that dunk.
With the shot, and James with the basket on the assist from DeRozan. And that's now 6 points for LeBron. Curry kicks to Gasol. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made 48. I mean, the teams they combine for 48 threes.
Here's Nowitzki following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But hey, it's the All-Star game.
Nowitzki's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. LeBron outside. Gasol a screen. Leans from outside. West All-Stars with the rebound. And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30. So that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane. And really, that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
Here's Harden. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
And, you know, this game, yeah, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominant.
New players in now for the East. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good on the 3.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another train break that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, you know, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting a huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Westbrook with the bucket.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Al and Marc Gasol, 2 brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball.
And here's Wade following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Horford the pass to Thomas. On the wing, George. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. George has got his first bucket of the night.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Paul goes in, and it's sent back by Horford. And oh, here we go with Thomas. Nobody back. And he misses the fast break layup.
And he thought he had it.